Hey guys, you're watching one and only. My name is AJ. Welcome back to another episode of Let's Build a City. It's like the final countdown to episode 300, isn't it? It's episode 291 today. And as you can see, I have been a busy boy off camera. I've gone ahead and placed down all of the trees. It takes ages to do. All of the trees in this area. So we've got the road weaves up through. Really cool to drive through now with the trees on either side. I've put down all of the trees around the university. And if we head up, it's all placed down by the recycling plant, all the way up to the space station, space center, space station, space station, space center. I think it's a space center. A space station, I always imagine, is in space. That's a space station. That's a space center. And all the way around the farm. So I even went ahead and put some big trees, some big oak trees along the edge of the like fields itself, just as like more of a barrier, if you like. Because obviously the field goes up a little bit there, it inclines up, so it sort of makes you can see it all the way around. And then even down this side, look, all these trees here. So you got a road that weaves through the fields and then back down through the woods to the bottom of the water treatment plant here, and it looks amazing. You want to see it in the overview. You'll see it on episode 300 in the overview version. It looks incredible now that all the trees are down. People always underestimate when I say, you know, I want to tree this up, it'll make it look good. But no one ever believes me. It looks incredible when you put the trees down. And it is so important to use more than one type of tree. Like for me, I use spruce, oak, and birch. And the way I do it, you guys should know by now. If I've got an area I want to tree up, I just put down all of the spruce saplings first, and I let them grow. So I'll put them all down. I'll then go out shopping and leave the computer on for an hour or two, whatever. Come back and they've all grown. And then I go around with the birch and the oak. I mean, look here, right? This is just oak trees here. And this is when we actually built the observatory. We just put these oak trees around here. But it looks a little bland in comparison to here. Having the lighter birch trees, the green oak trees, and then the sort of bluish hint on the spruce tree leaves. It makes it look more dense. I hate using the word realistic when it comes to Minecraft, but dense. It makes it look fuller and a lot more going on, a lot more natural. So yeah, really important to do. Also, if you missed last episode, then where were you and what were you doing? Because it was probably the most exciting episode I have ever done. We actually got, and your ears are not deceiving you, we actually got this world onto a server. Now, it's not a public server. You guys, unfortunately, at the moment, can't join. We won't sort of finish it off properly until it's until the city's completed, which actually isn't all that long left. Because I'm not joking you here. Like, this is basically the last empty plot left in the city. Now, I'm not saying that we're near the end of the series. There's a lot more finalizing, a lot more details, a lot more fixes and stuff that we need to do. We can even add a military base if you want to add a military base to the back. We've been talking about it for 100 episodes or so. There's still a lot more that we can do. It's if we want to, and if you guys want me to continue it on, then I will. But we'll sort of see closer the time. Really, there's still a little way to go yet. But anyway, yeah, we actually got this server, this world, on a server. Me and a very clever person. I recommend you go and just check the video out because you really won't regret it. It was so weird for me playing this world on a server because obviously this world has been a single player world for me for nearly 300 episodes. So being able to share this and run around with, we drove cars, we flew helicopters, we shot each other with weapons. It was surreal, I think, is really the only word for it. It was surreal for me. It's just so fun, and I really want to get this actually working on a server. How much room have I got left? Not much. That'll do fine then. So, yeah, go and check it out. It's just me talking over it because obviously I wasn't recording the audio of me and him. We weren't actually talking like in a Skype call or anything. We were just chatting in the like Minecraft text part. So you'll see all that sort of stuff going on, but it's just me chatting over it and giving you some details of how it all worked and stuff. Amazing, really amazing. Go and check it out. It has to 100% be done. But today we're going to be building a dentist. Ooh, I hate that word. I am not a dentist's fan. I don't like dentists. I don't like people poking around in my mouth. But it is something that the city is lacking. We need some healthcare. We need a place where our little community can get their teeth sorted out and fixed and stuff. So we're in the oldie part of the city. You know, all of these buildings are brick, sandstone or quartz and stuff you can see sort of around here. Everything around here has sort of a hint of brick, so you always want to keep that theme throughout. I like how our city has districts almost. It's almost like districts around the place. I'm going to just bring that out a little bit. So I've started off with a little blueprint, a little footprint of where the building's going to go. And then also on the front part of the building, which is obviously the most important part for me, I placed down where I thought windows could suit. Now these might not all be windows. We'll probably end up blocking up a lot of these. I've got hiccups. We'll end up probably blocking up a lot of these. But it's just a nice way to sort of get your eye in on where certain bits are going to go. Like I can have it like that. And then we come down here. This lines up with the one in front, so we might as well do that. And then we'll line that one up with that one. It just makes it easier later on putting in windows and scaling stuff. So we've got ourselves a little a blueprint here. Now, all the dentists like near me, because I live near an oldish sort of town, they're all in oldish buildings. I don't know if your dentist is like this or if your dentist is in a modern style sort of building and stuff. But my dentists are sort of old, almost like old townhouses, like 2 or 3 townhouses, and then with like holes knocked through the walls and made look nice. So they look like almost like a townhouse, like how Rainbow Row looks from the outside. And then when you go inside, it's like a reception area, so on and so forth. Yeah, really cool. I'm thinking about 3-block tall windows on these ones to really sort of accentuate some height in there, really try and pull it up. You know what I might do actually? I might even extend it up by another quartz block. That sounds good. Let's extend this up by another quartz block. I should be able to do that. Nope, that one. And then if I cut, paste. There we go. So you get another quartz block. Just make a bit of a larger foundation because I want a little staircase. As you can see on this part here, a little staircase that sort of goes up into the door. Also, doing it this way, as you can see here, which is why I thought of it, when this path here gets put up against here, if the window is down here, it's sort of a little bit too low. If you put it up here, it makes it look like the building's actually sort of raised up on a bit more of a foundation. So yeah, I like that. I don't know if I'll 100% keep this quartz block for the bottom, or if we'll change it up to either maybe even pillared blocks, or maybe with some chiseled quartz in. But for the moment, we'll just keep it with solid quartz. If we like it, we'll keep it. If we think it needs something a little bit more, then we'll change it up a little bit from there. So you can sort of see where the chunks of the building are going to be. So we're going to have this in here, and then I want to have like... I know I shouldn't do detail yet, but it's just going to give me an idea on spacing between them. See, I really like that. And then I'm going to have... Maybe I should have a different block, like a red clay. Just as a divider through the middle there, and then we go back to brick again. The red clay goes very well. It's probably the best block in the game to put next to brick. It just goes the best. So we have another 3-block tall window here. And again, we put the quartz, oops, over the top like this. Yeah, you see, I think that looks pretty cool. It's actually going to be a 3rd story, but I don't think this level would be open to the public. It's going to be sort of on the piers, maybe where the dentist people live. I always like doing shops or buildings. We'll have a little window in there. Shops or buildings where the owners live upstairs. I think it's really cool. I really like how that feels. Sort of saves on space and stuff. You sort of imagine there's a larger population in the city. If you think that everybody in the city has a house above where they work in these kind of buildings. So it's now a matter of just pulling all of these up. There's no quick way to do this, unfortunately. It's quite a large building. Like, I was thinking about when I was looking at this plot, I was like, you know, we could probably fit 2 buildings in this area. And sort of just half it, you know, get 1 building there and 1 building there. But all of the buildings around here, if you look anywhere here, all of the buildings are very large. You know, that one, that one, that one, that one. They're all very, very big buildings. You know, grand brick style things. So doing 2 smaller bricky ones just doesn't really make any sense. You know, my city isn't planned out in any specific way, but any sort of districts that we've just happened to stumble upon, like the brick area or the residential area or anything like that, once a district sort of starts, I do like to try and keep that going. It just makes it a little bit more, I don't know, towny, city. It's more of a city feel to it. Okay, so let's think about where peaks are going to go now. So we've already got a peak on here, and I definitely want to have a peak on here. So this is going to be red. I won't build up the whole walls around here because I don't quite know exactly how I want it to go. But that would be a window, and then how many blocks between the top of the window do we have? We have 1, 2 blocks, and then there's that part. I sort of want to keep it similar. So it's 2 blocks. Is it? Yeah, it's just that angle I was standing at looked a little bit weird. So if I wanted it to be the same height on this one and that one, then we do the peak there. And it sort of goes up and down. Which probably wouldn't be a bad idea, seeing as though this part and this part are the same width. So they'd end up being perfectly the same height. And I think a little coincidence sort of thing like that probably is a good thing to go with. So we'll have that one there. It makes it a little bit tricky now when we come to the back, because this part of the building is actually shoved in comparison to the next part. So we've got 2 choices. We either figure out... No, I think we can get away with it. I think, hey, yeah. It was either that or we bring it out, this wall out further here, similar to how that one is, so the peak can go on the edge without no real trouble. But I've thought of a potentially cool idea. So that would go like that, and then that goes up like that. 1, 2, 3. That's the top of that. That's the top of that. Yeah, that's better. I was getting confused as why there's only 1 block there. So we have this going up here like that. That matches up beautifully with that one. And then the last one here, we'll just put this red line across so I don't forget. I really like how that red line is going to fit in really nice. So we have that, and then, oops, 1, 2, 3, doesn't really matter. There, there. Okay, in the middle here, we have it 2 stories tall, but we have a flat roof on the top. Again, a lot of these buildings have flat roofs, like flat on that one, flat on that one, flat on that one. So it's got like a flat top. So having a flat top on here, again, is just keeping that that theme throughout. Okay. I'm going to put down some of the brick areas here. Window. I'm going to take that away at the moment. Just, we can still fit, obviously, the windows in here, look. Still a nice 3-block tall window. But having 1 block on top of the window as opposed to having 2, see, 1 block on top of there, as opposed to having 2 blocks, just gets us out of the way of that peak a little bit easier. So I think that should work. I could probably just put a window in the middle here as well. above the door. I think a 3 along there makes a lot of sense. We put a little design feature going on here. We could do something like something as simple as that on top. Maybe not with those ones. Maybe just that. Yeah, I think I like that. We'll have that on the front and probably on the back. We might even make it brick all the way along. In fact, that could be cool as well. Ooh. A good skeleton for a first episode. Since we were sort of chatting a little bit at the beginning about a bunch of stuff, I'm actually really pleased on the progress for today. 3, and then this one. Oh, I wondered where the edge was going to be. Okay, I could put a window down there. Again, I'm sort of putting down nearly all of the windows that I can possibly sort of fit. That's not meant to be. Oh yeah, it is. Yeah, that's lining up with that one. All of the windows that I could possibly sort of fit in. And then if at the end it looks like there's too many, we take some away. If it doesn't look like, or if it looks alright, then we just keep them how they are. So we have something like that on top of there. Okay. Really good place to stop here. I'm really happy on how this dentist is coming on. I don't know how we're going to signify that it's a dentist, but like a lot of the buildings in the city, it's sort of, if you guys have grown up with the series, literally grown up with the series, it's been like 3 years, you know what each building is. If you don't, then they're just a nice building to drive past if you're new or whatever, you know. And on world tours we go through, we talk about a lot of them anyway, so you can catch up really easy by just watching world tours if you are new. But yeah, for us, this is going to be the dentist. Anyway, guys, I'm going to leave the episode there. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you haven't already, then feel free to subscribe, and we shall see you in the next episode. Bye!